I think about Christians that do everything possible to suffer the least amount of suffering possible, and how they might have a different experience of glory when the glory of Jesus is revealed. You might think, well, Brian, that's unbiblical. Everyone's going to have the exact same experience in heaven. No, that's not true. In 1 Corinthians chapter 3, Paul talks about our experience in heaven based on what we do in this life. And here's what he talks about. He says, on that day, we're going to see, as it were, a structure, a building, built up on the foundation of Jesus Christ. And the building is made up of my works and your works. My life, my priorities, the way I spend my time, the things I give myself to, the people that I love and sacrifice for, how I spend my money, my works will be built up into this structure. And Paul says that Jesus is going to take a match, and light that sucker ablaze. And it's going to all burn up. And everything that was built with wood or straw or hay will be consumed. And he doesn't articulate what that is, but what would that be? If we're building with wood, hay, or straw, what is that? That's cheap material. That's easy. It didn't cost you anything to build with hay and straw and wood, right? And it gets burned up. It's ashes. It's nothing. Your life is nothing. But those who build with costly materials like gold and silver and precious jewels, meaning there's sacrifice involved, meaning that I prioritize what God wants from me. I give my life to Jesus. I lay my life down. I do the hard things. I suffer for Christ. I bear one another's burdens. I give sacrificially. That's going to survive. That's going to survive, and that's going to be glorious. And Paul says, because he's speaking to Christians, listen carefully, he's speaking to Christians, he says, you'll get in. Even though your life proved to be empty, your work proved to be nothing, you'll get in, but only as one escaping the flames. And here's what he says. He says, suffering loss. You're going to suffer. Either you're going to suffer in this life for the sake of the gospel and then go into glory and share the glory, or you're going to avoid suffering in this life and you're going to suffer loss in eternity. You're going to enter heaven, but only as one narrowly escaping the flames. Look it up, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 14 and following.